Hey, Easy. How you doing? Did you get your trade books? Just wondering. Seems like you should have them by now. Hey, Jason. Thank you. Um, well, actually, starting off the show in a little bit here with the books you sent me, so that'd be cool. Card Imperial. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining in. We are having some giveaways tonight. A couple giveaways. I'm going to be showing the a bunch of books here. Might go a little long because I've got quite a few books that aren't in the trading program yet that I'm going to show. You guys can let me know if you want them before they go live on the website. Give you kind of an extra bonus for watching if you guys want to trade. We are officially not on time yet. I'm just adding your guys' names into the one of the giveaway wheels for tonight since you're here. I'm going to do a giveaway for the whole list, and then I'm going to do a giveaway for whoever's here. So we'll do one spin of the wheel for each. Hey, Easy, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, a few things going on. You know, my mom's having some back problems. She fell twice a couple days ago, so her back's bothering her a little bit. Got her put her to bed just before the live stream started about half hour or so ago. So hopefully she'll sleep well. And it's I don't think the ones I don't think the ones that I can't even talk. The episodes that I've posted so far, I don't think I've mentioned it, but I don't think it's come up yet live on the videos. Is I was in a truck accident. The 85-year-old man ran a red light and hit me on the passenger side. Luckily, it was towards the back, so my mom didn't get hurt because she was in the truck, and nobody got hurt. Everybody was fine, but the truck's in the shop, so I'm kind of hanging out at home most of the time, not getting my work done. I have a car, but it's kind of beat up. Yeah, the air conditioning doesn't work in it. I just got it running again after it's been sitting for like 3 years. So I was lucky because I got it running, but so I have a vehicle, but I don't really trust it too much to not have something go wrong with it while I'm driving it. So I'm trying to avoid driving it as much as I can. It's good enough to just go down the street to the grocery store and stuff like that, but I don't want to go up into Orlando or anything with it if I don't have to. Yeah, we're both okay. It's we're doing good. Hey Rick, good to see you here. Let me add your name to tonight's giveaway wheel. All right, we're probably past time right now. Yeah. Yep, I was talking to jabbering away, and we're past time. So, glad the accident was okay. Your mother's fine. Yeah, she falls down a lot, but she's never broken anything. I guess she knows how to fall or something because she'll go for long spurts of time when she doesn't fall, and then there's times when she does. So. Where do you live now, Rick? You still live in Florida, or? Tennessee, I love Tennessee. It's a great state. My sister moved to Tennessee a few years ago, and they bought some land, and it's kind of cool. She lives her sons, the whole family moved there at the same time, so they all live on the same land together. They all have their separate houses, but her two sons and their families live there as well as her and her husband. So it's kind of a neat setup they've got. But anyway, I got a lot of books to show, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I got home the other day, and I found this package sitting on the porch. Or actually, I was already home, but they delivered this package, and I was looking at it, and I'm like scratching my head because it's too small for any of the pending trades that I have going on, and I wasn't expecting anything. So it turned out to be an act of kindness from Jason Finestone. Jason, thank you very much. I know you're here. And so I opened them up, and it's number 1 through 6 of Starstorm from Image Comics. And there's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. I haven't read them yet. I'm going to pretty soon. I just got done with the whole Batman Eternal series, so I'm going to start. I'll probably read this next as the next full series that I'm going to look at. No, thank you, Jason. Yeah, really. It was a giveaway. You weren't supposed to trade for it, but I'm glad you did. But that wasn't the big surprise. The big surprise to me was, Jason's been, supporting the channel for a little while, and at the bottom of his communications, there's a link to a website that says Jason Finestone Colors, and I just kind of ignored it. I figured it's a rock quarry or a paint store or something. And it turns out he's actually works as a comic professional. That's his name right there on these covers. He signed them for me. And he did all the coloring and the lettering on this entire series. And that is so cool. And he did a good job. This is great. The lettering is readable. It's not too small like some of them are. And the coloring is great. Look at the art's good too. So the other guy on here, Drew Craig, he did a good job too. But it looks like a fun read. It's some kind of sci-fi series. It looks like good stuff. So right up our alley. And so I'm excited to read that. That's going right to the top of my read list now. So that's so cool. So when you guys are hunting for comics, and that's new this year, that just came out. It looks like those 6 issues are what's published. I don't know if there's going to be any more issues. Grand Comics Database lists it as only having 6 issues published, but it also lists it as an ongoing series. So I don't know if there's going to be more or not. Hopefully there will be. So that's really cool. I really appreciated that. And that's fun stuff. So thank you again, Jason. So next up, I think we're just going to go. Yeah, we're going to me try and pull up the giveaway wheel. We're just going to go ahead and do the first giveaway. And for the entire list of subscribers whose addresses I have, because, I made a commitment that they would be eligible for future giveaways. So even though some of them, don't show up, I guess, last time during the giveaway program, I sent everybody books, and there's, a good third of the people, didn't even say thank you or anything, even though they just got books out of nowhere. So because they weren't watching the channel, or at least I assume they're not, since I never hear from them. But, who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're just weeks behind. I drop a video every day, so it could be hard. But let me find my share screen here and bring up that giveaway wheel. There it is. Right? Yeah. All right. All right. So whoever wins this is going to win Silver Sable in the Wild Pack. Number 1, 2, and 3. And I probably should have showed that before instead of trying to show it when I'm real little. And the winner is Easy. Yeah. Cool. Easy just won it just by a close. I love it when people win who are actually here. So that's cool. Really like that. All right. So 1 with the embossed cover, number 2, and number 3. Those are going to Easy. I know he wants to do some more trading, so I'll probably just hold on to them until we trade again. And if Easy, if there's some reason you don't want those, if you already have them, just let me know. And he says, cool, thank you. So I guess he does. So later, we're going to be we're spinning another wheel for the people who are actually here, who I see somebody else joined in, J of W. Thanks for being here. I don't recognize the name, but let me put you on the giveaway wheel for tonight. And why is it not letting me do it? Hold on a second. Let me reboot the page. Yeah, that worked. Okay. J of W. Right. And back. All right, so the giveaway tonight, which we're not doing right now, we're going to do it later, but just so you guys know what you're looking for, we're doing Justice League of America 194, 195 with the JSA crossover, 196 with the JSA crossover, and 197 with the JSA crossover. So 4 issues in a row. Very cool. I just got those in yesterday in a short box. And they had 2 issues of each one in the short box. And I was looking for something to give away tonight. So I was like, there it is. It's awesome. So everything came together. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to start showing books that I have that are available for trade. They're doubles. And if you want to do a trade, just let me know that you want it in the comments. I'll mark it down. It's your chance to grab them before they go on the website. I just thought I'd do that tonight and kind of see how it goes. And Borderline Productions. Thank you. Congrats on 300 subs. You subbed a few weeks ago. Great channel. Thank you very much. Let me put your name on tonight's giveaway wheel. Yes, if you're watching, comment. Let me know you're here, because otherwise I don't know you're here to put you on the giveaway wheel. So yeah, do that. And I don't think I have anything on this screen that tells me how many people are watching. I would have to go to the regular YouTube page, I guess, to find that out, probably. Huh. That's kind of a bummer. You'd think that, of course, I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm on the StreamYard site, so maybe they don't have access to that. But anyway, so trades. First up, I was surprised to find this one. I just found this like an hour ago when I was going through some of the comics, doing my dating thing to get them organized by date. This is Action Comics 369, 12-cent cover. It's in a little rough shape, but it's tight. The spine is like ticked. It's dirty. It's got writing on the cover. But it's Action Comics 369. It's a 12-cent cover. So it's very cool. It's from 1968, I think it says. It's also got a little water stain in the inside front cover. But it's old. Righty, let's see what else we got. Future Imperfect #1. The Maestro looking mean and awesome there on the cover. Legion of Superheroes #6. And all these ones on top were just, and there's a second copy of that too. They were in the box I just got the other day. So a lot of newer stuff right on top here. Marvel Legacy #1 variant cover. Secret Empire 0. Secret Empire 1. Some more Silver Sable #5. And #7. Green Lantern Corps Edge of Oblivion #1. Green Lantern #13. Hey, Daniel. Thanks for being here. Let me stick your name on the giveaway wheel. That was quick. And there's actually a few Amazing Spider-Mans in here, but they're more recent ones. Here it is, Amazing Spider-Man 547. Brand New Day storyline. Here is 546. $517. $505. $507. $509. $511. $512. One thing I will say for the modern comics is there's a lot of good covers. I mean, I wish they'd put as much effort into the insides as they do on the covers, but there's 513, but they definitely, there's some great covers. Number 514. 515. 516. I was surprised I had all these on my list already. I didn't think I had that many modern Amazing Spider-Mans, but I guess I did. 501. 502. That's a cool cover. 503. Like that. And this is number 41, Legacy 482, I believe it is. And 484. Number 3. Obviously the newer numbering. Not the original number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And number 8. Yeah, I definitely prefer anything before 1990 to any more modern stuff, but I find stuff to like in all eras, so I collect everything. Booster Gold number 4. Blue Beetle number 3. Blue Beetle number 2. Birds of Prey number 12. Birds of Prey 73. Birds of Prey 71. And number 70. Ultimates number 5. That cover that the Hulk looks like he's constipated. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm really surprised that I'm up to 300 subscribers this quick. It's just, I was looking at my chart in the YouTube thing, and it's just like, it just keeps going up. It's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really understand why, because, I thought it would do good because of the giveaways, the subscriber giveaway where you get a free book for subscribing. That didn't really work. It worked for most of you because most of you guys are on the list where you sent me your address to get a free book. But for the most part, of those 300 people, I don't think we even have 30 people that participated to send me the address. And I understand not wanting to send your address to some random guy on the internet, but you'd think, but if you get a free comic book, I would. Anyway, Marvel Knights number 6. X Factor 95. Uncanny X-Men 231. Uncanny X-Men 251. Avengers Academy. Oh, there it is, number 11. Couldn't find the number. Sometimes they hide the numbers. Batman Eternal, number 3. Great series. I just got done reading this whole series, so I'm going to be filming. Let's see, Thanksgiving Day's episode will be me going through the Batman Eternal series. I just got done reading the whole thing. It's good series. Number 16. Could have been better, but I was impressed. I was happy with it. Number 36. Extreme X-Men 36. And I don't know, there's something weird going on with this comic. Hold on. I guess it's just got a slight bend in the spine because of that whole bag thing that I've shown in some of the episodes. X-Men 251 is a big one, is it? What's so great about it? I mean, it's got a great cover, but I don't know. Extreme X-Men 35. Wolverine 13. Titans 22. Let's see, the Shadow, I think it's number 8. And this is one of those where whoever had it put it in the bag upside down. I don't know why people do that. I don't understand. And the whole point is to protect your comic. And if you store it like that, then water, if you do have a flood, water is going to get in the bag and it's going to wreck it. So it kind of defeats the whole point. But Shadow, number 7, that one's upside down too. I like this cover though. That's cool with the little Western kid gonna draw against the shadow. And here's number 5. These are dark covers. I don't know. They're showing up really dark on my screen here. This is number 4. Maybe it's focusing on me instead of the comic. Let me hide behind it. This is number 3. Number 2. And number 1. So, if somebody wanted to trade, there's a nice little run of Shadow there. There's Quasar number 1. Hey, where'd you get that? Thanks, you. I'm just going to pause here so I can put your name on tonight's giveaway wheel since you're here. And we're almost actually at the end of this stack, so it's going faster than I thought it would. This is Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man? Yep, Peter Parker, Spider-Man Annual, the 2001. And they decided they didn't need numbering. This one is Peter Parker, Spider-Man 25, double-size issue. But it looks like the cover was miscut. It's got this white strip on the front and the back. That's not normally there, I don't think. Every once in a while in these boxes, I'll get stuff like that. It looks like it's kind of like a factory reject. And here's New Mutants Annual number 5. My mom listened to Orson Welles narrate the Shadow radio show in the 1930s. So cool. I've listened to the Shadow. I've listened to old radio shows quite a bit. But I usually listen to the comedies. if you're an I Love Lucy fan, there's actually an old radio show that she did. That was kind of a I forget the name of it. I think it's called My Favorite Husband, something like that, where a lot of the plots from the original I Love Lucy run from like the first season, they were actually did them on radio first with a different cast before Desi Arnaz was in there. So it's just interesting. When I discovered that, I thought that was interesting. Incredible Hulk number 64. Oh yeah, Jack Benny is the boss, man. He is hilarious. The him and Mel Blanc, man. Mel Blanc, Phil Harris, Dennis Day. He had such a great cast for a while. A lot of his really, really early shows aren't that funny because the humor doesn't date very well. But there's a certain time period where it was Jack Benny, Phil Harris, Dennis Day, Mel Blanc. What's the other guy's name that I like? I'll think of his name. But he had a great cast. He had a super cast. Green Lantern 131. I haven't listened to those in a long time because I there's so many of them that I listen to just about everything I think that's out there. Fantastic Four 37. And I still find a TV special or something once in a while on YouTube that I hadn't seen before. Fantastic Four 36. Coyote number 1. Coyote 16, the Ronald Reagan cover. Batman 1989 annual. This is number 13. And Batman 436. First appearance of Tim Drake, I believe. Azrael, Agent of the Bat 72. Avengers 74. Psychotronic squirt guns in the house. Hey, buddy. Let me stick your name on the giveaway. Tonight's giveaway wheel. And it's not letting me put anything new on there again. Let me reboot it. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. My whole screen is froze. And I can't get back to the page I need to be on. What's going on? Let's see. It says I still have my interconnection. Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm back. Did I go anywhere? All right, I'm not sure what's going on, guys. It looks like I'm lagging really. Wow, it kicked me right off. I'm back. Oh, it's definitely on my end. It's all three of my. I've got 3 tabs open. Yeah, the wheel of names is kind of, looks like it's kind of screwing things up here. But I'm back. It looks like it fixed itself. It actually kicked me off camera for a little bit. So, all right. You guys can see me, right? We're good? All right. Psychotronic, Aaron, you sent me an email. Okay, I'll check it out when I get done with the stream. And my books fell over, and I don't know where I'm at. There we go. We just got a few left anyway. Avengers 74. Nice Hawkeye cover. Avengers 73. A not so nice She-Hulk cover. 1602 Part 5. Avengers 72. And 1602 Part 3. So that's those are all the books that are going to be going into the giveaway section soon. I don't even have them in alphabetical order yet to go ahead and list them on the site. It takes some doing, keeping that site updated. All right, let's check comments here, see what's going on. Go back a little bit. Card Imperial, let me know, I guess, what you're asking. I see a couple comments I don't understand. It says it's the collector, which maybe I had an issue with the collector on it. I'm not sure. It says I can't get the email right. If it's my email, it's just cheapcomiccollector@yahoo.com. There's no trick to it. Unless you're not putting all the C's in, since it all runs together. And then it says something about buying the collector. So I'm not for sale. But if you want to trade books, we can do that. All right, let me see. Let me go back down here. Yes, we in here. All good. Yes. Avengers with Cap on cover just now looked very cool. That must have been the last one. And put him back down. Oh yeah, it does look pretty cool. See, I don't take enough time to look at the covers. I just, when I'm doing the channel, I sometimes you have to hunt so much for the issue number that I'm focused on finding the issue number, and then I'll go back and look. Actually, go back and rewatch my videos when they post, because most of them, I missed the one where I screwed the audio up. So thank you for pointing that out the other day, because I had no idea. And but I actually go back and watch the videos myself, because by the time they post, there's such a gap between the time I record them and the time that they post that I completely forget. And then, people will start commenting, and I'm like, I got to figure out what they're talking about. So I've gotten in the habit of watching my own videos. Luckily, YouTube lets you do that. They let you like your own video, and it's actually YouTube has started recommending my own videos to me, which is kind of weird, but I guess it works. Easy wants action. Okay, no problem. I kind of thought you might. I'll put that with your Silver Sable books. And we'll go from there. Oh, you're welcome, Aaron, for the Night Force. Yeah, those are. It was a fun read. I wasn't. I wasn't as. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, I guess, is what I'll say. But sometimes I'm just not in the right mood. I'm reading stuff. It's late at night. I'm falling asleep and stuff. I usually read. I think I read those. Over the course of a few nights when I was falling asleep. So I may have just not been into it at the time. Hashtag 600 something. Don't know what that means. Yes, like Sam Sobati wrote it, but he didn't hit the newsstands till 3 months later. Yeah, it can be a challenge keeping up. I actually have a notebook where I keep track of what I'm doing, what episode I'm on, what episode I'm filming, what date it's going to air. It gets a little confusing sometimes. Yesterday I posted over the course of the last 2 days, I posted like 7 videos. So I'm trying to get a little bit of a lead time because my sister's coming to visit, and I thought she was coming in November, but now she put it off till December. So I don't get a mom break until December now, but that's okay. But yeah, Gene Colan art was fantastic on the series. It was them reuniting after Tomb of Dracula for Marvel, Marvelous Man and Gene Colan. So it's good stuff. It's just I don't know. I didn't find the characters as appealing as I wanted to. There was a lot of hate. A lot of the characters were just hating each other a lot of the time. All right, so let's see who we got here. Let me just go through these comments real quick. See if there's anybody I missed out on. Don't think there is. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Last chance, guys. If you're watching and you haven't commented, I don't know that you're watching. So if you want to get on the giveaway and win these Justice League issues, just comment. Yeah, issues 194 through 197. And there's a Justice Society team up in the last 3 issues. Good stuff. Good stuff. George Perez covers, I think. At least one of them was. Yeah, they all are. George Perez covers too. Awesome stuff. Nice. So we'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody else posts anything, and make sure there's anybody that wants to get on the giveaway can, and then we'll run the wheel. And thank you, as always, for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this. I'm baffled by. There's a lot of people doing this on the internet. I don't know. Oh, there was some guy that I discovered the other day, and I've been meaning to shout him out on the channel because he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. He's got like 140 something, but he's got like 130 videos, and he shows a lot of old books. Just he does the same thing I do. He just shows the books that he buys, but he sells them on eBay, and they're pretty cheap. I mean, they're like 99 cents is what he starts them out at. Some of them, it says he combines shipping. I haven't bought anything from him because it's kind of over $1. And I don't know how much he combines shipping because he only posts like 10 or 12 books at a time. And it's like, when you get to 50 or 60 that I can buy at $1, then yeah, let's talk. But anyway, I'm drawing a complete blank on what his name was. I found him. It's Dr. Skull, something like that. Let me look real quick. Let me see if I can find him. I know I'm subscribed, so oh, come on. I just watched his video the other day, or just a few hours ago. There he is. Dr. Skull's Raw Comic Videos, I think, is the guy. Yeah, 149 subscribers. But when I looked up at it, looked up in his channel, he had like a ton of videos. He's got like 130 some videos. Vilma, hello. Thank you for joining us. Let me put you in our giveaway wheel. Yeah, I did get some go-go checks. Actually, I filmed a video today with some more go-go checks that I got for $1.34 a piece. So about the same steel. I think it was from the same guy, actually. There's some modern books mixed in there too, but yeah, good stuff. These ones were a little beat up. Two of them were incomplete, but which I didn't know when I was bidding on them. But actually, I'm bidding on stuff right now. Let me check on that auction real quick. See how that's going. No go-go checks in this one, but I am going to end up with like over 200 books out of this auction. I think that's going on right now tonight, and they're all like 99 cents. And then the guy had some buy it nows for 50 cents. I grabbed a bunch of those. Those are sitting in my cart waiting for the auction to end. And maybe it's over. It might be over. I think it was going to go till 10:30, 11, maybe 11. Trying to find the end of the auction to see if it's over yet. He had a lot of books on his auction. It was like 1,000 and some books. 1,541 books he had in the same auction tonight. And they were all at like 99 cents. Hardly anybody was bidding on them. So I just jumped in and like 2 or 3 days ago and just started bidding on a lot of stuff. And I got outbid on like 60 of them. I think I had like 269 or something I was bidding on. And sorry, I'm just trying to find the right page here to see if the auction's ended or not, or if it's still going. Bids. No, 0 bids found. So yeah, it's done. I'm all done. So let me go to purchases and see what I ended up with. A lot. I've been finding good stuff today. I found another site too that I'm going to tell you guys about. Yes, I won an even 200 books in the auction, and then I'm going to add in another 251. And let's see, the 200 with shipping, the 200 books comes to $263.69. Hopefully, when I put the 50-cent books in there, that'll cut that down a little bit. So it'll get it closer to $1. It'll still be over $1, I think. But anyway, good stuff. Oh, Adventurous Joe is here too. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for joining in. Let me stick your name on the giveaway wheel. And if you guys aren't aware about the trading program, check that out. It's at cheapcomic collector.blogspot.com. It's a Blogspot is like a free blog site that's run by Google, I think. And anybody can use one for free, basically. You can put advertising on there, but they have a bunch of hoops you got to jump through. I tried monetizing the blog, but they won't do it. They say there's not enough content that's worthwhile, I guess. It's kind of dumb, but I guess they don't seem to like people using their blogs in creative ways, because I've tried a couple other things too that they didn't want to monetize. I do have one on there that I did a long time ago for Disney snow globes, which is kind of offbeat, but it's basically a collector's guide for Disney snow globes, because for a while I was collecting them before 911. After 911, it kind of went away because you couldn't carry them on airplanes and stuff, so the parks stopped making them. So I kind of had to stop the blog because there wasn't good information anymore. There weren't new snow globes coming out, but it's very comprehensive, because I had a bunch of old Disney catalogs and stuff that I was able to scan from, and it's got like over 2,000 snow globes documented on the site, and that one is monetized. It still earns me about $100, between $100 and $150 a year, I think, is where it's at. I haven't really done much with it lately. But anyway, that's cool. Thank you, Joe. What's the most I've paid for a single comic? Lately, since I've been doing this, I've bought new ones. I don't buy very many new ones. I've bought some of the facsimiles for like $6-7. That's the cover price. But it's always a book that, I'm never gonna own it because it costs too much. I'm never gonna be the guy that pays $100 for a comic book. I'm just not that guy. I want to read them. I want to enjoy them. Unless I become a dealer someday, which I don't really see myself doing, but you never know. I'm going to end up with an awful lot of comic books. But Louis, thank you for joining in. Let me stick your name on there too. I've always been a cheap guy when it comes to the comic books. I'm in Central Florida. We got the Coliseum of Comics chain here, which I think back in probably in the 90s, I was able to go in there. When I was growing up, I lost my collection to a fire. There was a lot of water damage. I ended up having to throw the whole thing away. So my childhood collection was destroyed, and it had been. So when I moved to Florida, and for a while, I started collecting again, because Coliseum of Comics in Kissimmee, Florida, had this deal where you could fill a grocery bag, a brown grocery bag, paper bag, with comic books, as many as you could get in there, for $15. And it was just such a great deal. I got so many great Marvel books and stuff. They weren't, in perfect condition. They're just reading copies and stuff. Somebody, circled the price with markers on a lot of them and stuff, which I didn't know what that system meant. I still don't, but I had like almost the entire run of Tomb of Dracula I got out of there, just because somebody had taken a black marker and did a circle on the price on every single one of them. And just that was cool. That was cool. A lot of that stuff I've sold off. I thought I was going to get out of comics. I wasn't going to do it anymore once they got so expensive. But then, once a few months ago, when I started having a little money, and I saw how I was watching the YouTube channels that got me interested again, and I realized that I found these deals where you can get them for $1 or less if you buy in bulk, and I just got hooked. I'm addicted again, as you can tell. So yeah, that's just the way it goes. Any time of my life. That's probably it. I don't remember ever buying back issues because I didn't have access to them. If I did buy back issues, it would have been like dollar bin stuff and stuff like that. So probably 6, 7. I'm pretty darn sure I've never paid over $10 for a comic book ever. Yeah, I'm not a fan of slabbing the comics either. It's strange to me. I can understand a little bit if you're doing an old comic. If you're doing an old Superman from the 1930s or 40s and it's falling apart and you want to preserve it, I get that. But like they'll take a modern. I was thinking about this today actually because they'll take a modern book like this. It's on slick paper, and they'll put it in plastic to preserve it. It's like it's not newsprint. It's slick paper. It does it even need to be preserved? I mean, I can if it was newsprint, it's going to deteriorate and over time and maybe I guess, but they're not on newsprint anymore. So I wonder how much preservation people are doing that it's just not even necessary for the modern books that they're doing it for. There's people out there that are putting the facsimiles in slabs. It's crazy. It's crazy. The whole slab thing is nuts. And if to me it's nuts. If you guys have slabs, I can understand. I guess I keep entering. There's a place on Hip Comics where you can enter every day for a free slab giveaway that they're giving away. Or they give away like one a month. I keep entering. But if I get it, unless it's some comic that's worth hundreds of dollars, I'll I'm just gonna open it up and stick it in my collection. If it's worth something, then maybe I'll try and sell it and just use the money to buy more comics. But yeah, I don't I can't see myself ever slabbing anything unless it's if you spent $1 million for the first appearance of Batman or something, then yeah, maybe. Yeah, Fantastic Four annual #1 would be cool. Hey, at least you get to read it. That's what's important. It's I used to be when I had my collection and I was a teenager and stuff. I had I've got a comic book grading guide, which I don't understand how to grade comics. I've got 4 comic book overstreets sitting right here from different years. So I used to be into that. I used to think, oh, look, this is worth so much money because it's #1 and blah 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 blah. And it's just made up numbers. It's not, it's not. Just look at the comics that I'm getting for $1, less than $1. 3 months ago, people were buying them at cover price, and now they're in the dollar bins already. It's just weird. Yeah, I had a lot of coverless comics when I grew up. I mean I know you've gone back and watched past episodes, but if you haven't heard the story, the reason I got into comics that the very first was because my brothers had comic books and they wouldn't let me touch them, so I had to get my own. Um, they were afraid that I would, rip off the covers and do things with them, and I did. Eventually, I used to the Harvey comics that I had as a kid. I would yeah, cut them up and make things out of them and do things with them and I didn't know any better. They were cheap entertainment. You were supposed to enjoy them. And but then I got older, and I found a price guide and but the fascinating thing with Overstreet was just being able to go through and see all the comics and see the lists and see how many thousands and thousands of comics books were out there that you'd never heard of. And that's still fascinating to me. You know, I mean, just the information that they've collected for that book over the years has just been incredible. They do have alleys in Florida. There's one in Kissimmee. I have not had good luck finding comics. I know a lot of people. I see the videos and I watch them, and I'm fascinated. And they have a really good selection of trades at my alleys, but the comic book packs, I think somebody has an in, or maybe somebody that works there goes through them as soon as they come in because I've never ever found anything there that I thought was worth picking up. Um, Last time I checked was when I was looking for the new fun #1 because somebody had posted on Facebook that that's where they got it, and the hardcover reprint. I don't know if you saw that episode, but it's right here. It's really big, and so I went to Ollie's looking for it because that's where somebody found it and couldn't find it. But the comics that they had, they weren't in packs. They were all single issues with a sticker slapped on them, and it was just weird. And then I see these videos all the time on YouTube where it's like, look what I got at Ollie's, and they open these packs and they get these great books, and it's like, and that's not in my Ollie's, um, unfortunately. But there's a lot of comic book shops here. There's a lot of, well, I think there's a lot of comic interest around. Um, so I may just not be there at the right time whenever they get comics in. They do also Five for a Dollar has started doing, or not Five for a Dollar. What's it called? Five Below. Five Below is doing DC packs. I've seen that on there too. I think it's five comics for $4 or something like that. Um, Maybe it's 4 for $5. I'm not sure. And yeah, if you watch Aaron's videos on Psychotronic Squirt Gun, he goes to Half Price Books and finds some amazing stuff. I wish they had that here. I've looked it up a couple times, and there's not one even close. Yeah, I got to go out of state to find one. Yeah, easy. That's what I think probably happens here too. There's just once somebody knows, they just go and they get them all, and maybe they have a YouTube channel where they open them all. Who knows? I still find new YouTube channels to subscribe to all the time. That when I started this channel, one of the reasons I started it was because I wasn't finding a YouTube channel that did this. And there's a whole bunch of them that do this, but YouTube wasn't pushing those videos to me. Even though I was showing interest in comic books, they would push me the auction videos, Mint Hunter and those guys, auction comics and those guys, they would push those type videos on me, but I wouldn't see any like this where you're just looking at comic books. And And since then, as soon as I started my channel, then all of a sudden, all these, all these channels started popping up. Aaron's channel and uh, Higgy Pops and a lot of the other ones. Um, there's probably 20 other channels out there that do the same thing I do, and it's just I just wasn't aware of them. The algorithm for YouTube sucks sometimes. It just doesn't show you what you want to show. And even when I started my channel, and I was playing around with it, and I would search for my channel because I was like, I want to see, how it works. How are people going to find me and stuff? And I'd search my name, Cheap Comic Collector, and I'd be the 40th video, and there's all this stuff ahead of me in the search that doesn't have anything to do with comics or cheap comics. And I'm like, well, this is dumb, but anyway, it's fine. It's fine. All right, let's do this video. Let's do this giveaway here. DC's putting out trade paperbacks in the small digest size now. Haven't seen those for $10. That's smart because if they want to go, they're looking at what Manga's doing probably. I was in Walmart the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and I usually don't find the comic packs, and even when I do, I skip them because they're beat up. They're the comics inside are bent because they put them in that shrink wrap that like just kind of cranks down on them, and I end up skipping them because and they at Walmart they're more expensive than $1 a piece anyways. So, but I saw I was looking in the electronics section, where the Funko Pops and all that stuff is, and they had an end cap that was entirely manga. I think from Viz Studios. It was either Viz or Tokyo Pops, one of those guys. And it was an entire end cap of nothing but manga books. And it was empty. It was half empty. It was picked over really well. And I was just like, wow, I mean, I knew, from people's comments and stuff that manga is super popular. I've never gotten into it. But yeah, it seems like, if that would be the way to go, if you want to keep appealing, they got to do something because they're shooting themselves in the foot with the floppy comic books. The whole distribution system just doesn't work anymore with the comic shops. First of all, not everybody has access to a comic shop. If you live in an area like this, then you just kind of take them for granted because they're all over the place. But where I grew up, if I wanted to go to a comic shop, I had to drive 100 miles into a great big city to find a comic shop. I was still, when I was growing up, I was still, at first I was getting them out of 7-Eleven and stuff like that, the spinner racks, but then it got harder and harder and harder to find them. Sometimes you could find them in a bookstore, but then, the next time you'd go, they'd be gone. And it was really a hunt to find comic books. I mean, if you found them, you bought them because you didn't know when you were going to find them again. So yeah, I'm happy that they're doing that because, I don't think everybody keeps saying the industry's dying and blah 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 blah. I don't think that's true at all. I think there's a lot of comics being published. I mean, just the number of comic book YouTube channels is phenomenal, But I do think is people are not buying the new stuff. They're doing like what we're doing, and they're buying the old stuff. You can get it cheaper. It's more entertaining, and yeah, Aaron has to drive 40 minutes to find comics. If he goes in the wrong direction, he's probably in the ocean. Yeah, I'd say early 80s because early to late 80s, I was still buying off spinner racks. Definitely early 80s, I was still buying off spinner racks. So I think when I was buying New Teen Titans, it was still off spinner racks, the early issues. And then shortly after that is when they just completely vanished. All right, let me get this wheel up here. Let me see what's going on. Present. Share screen. Wheel of names. And there you all are. All right, so we are playing for Justice Leagues, 4 issues. And this is everybody that commented tonight. Here we go. And where'd you get that? So we're going to close that page. And I need to stick some notes here so that I do not get lost. What is this? Okay, we're just going to hit cancel on that. I don't know what that pop-up was. All right. Cody's getting the Justice League. And Easy is getting the Silver Sables and wanted to trade for the Action Comics. So very cool. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, I know those spinner racks are expensive. I keep looking them up just because I want one so bad. I want one of the old ones, and I was like, even like there was a while back, there was a guy who was making them, making new ones, you know, to look like the old ones, and even those are like $300. So, yeah, just you know, I'm not going to spend that kind of money for a spinner rack. It's just a bunch of coat hangers put together. If I had one, maybe I could try and make my own, but all right. What else was I going to talk to you about? Oh, the site that I found today. It's called, what's it called? Let me look it up. I tagged it. I ordered. It's very rare that I find a comic site that I immediately want to order from. This is called Tello Comics, and hopefully, if you type that in, you'll find it, because that's not exactly the name of the website. It's listed under stores.comichub.com/hello comics. So I might have to look at Comic Hub. I don't know what that is. Might have to check that out later. But this site, I got an ad on Facebook for it where if you spend over $100, it's free shipping. So I checked out the website because free shipping always gets my attention. And they had 99-cent books. They're not all 99 cents. You got to hunt for them. Unfortunately, they do not have a tab that lets you regenerate the list by price. So I had to hunt. But what also grabbed my attention was they had a bunch of facsimiles for cover price. So I was able to get a whole bunch of the facsimiles that I've missed out on. They were all for cover price or less, including the new ones that just came out, the All American Comics and the Wonder Woman. So I grabbed those at cover price. I got X-Men #1, the facsimile, for like $1.99. And then I think it was like, I want to say I spent like $60 on facsimiles because I got quite a few of them to I got everything, that I could think of. Unfortunately, they didn't have the Lobo one, the Omega Men that I need. But they had a bunch of them. They had, Action Comics #1, Superman #1, which I already had, so I didn't get that one. But they had Batman, Detective 27, a lot of the ones that I missed out on. So I was able to get all those, and then I just went through and I found like a ton of Action Comics for 99 cents for issues that I didn't have to fill in. So I went over $100. I ended up going over $100, and I could have easily kept going. They had a lot more Action Comics issues that I didn't that I don't have yet, but I was just trying to get to the. I'll probably go back sometime when I'm not winning a bunch of auctions. It's a good site to know about because if I 99 cents free shipping. I mean, yeah, let's do it all day, guys. My best friend's spinner rack is behind me on my profile picture. Oh, cool. So yeah, and there was a code for the free shipping, but it's listed on their website. If you just kind of look for it, if you wanted to do that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for getting me to 300 subscribers. It's been a blast. I'm not gonna stop. There will be a video even on Thanksgiving. I thought about not doing it, but I film them ahead of time, so I can do it and still relax and have a nice day. And I've had I've spent holidays where I've been sick, where I've been lonely, where I've been depressed, and all three of those. And just in case there's somebody out there that's looking for stuff to watch or whatever, because they're alone, I figured I'd go ahead and post one on Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that as well. So there will be a video. I don't expect you guys to show up and watch it on Thanksgiving. Obviously, there's better things to do, and but it's yeah. So hope everybody's having a good holiday season. I was watching a couple minutes earlier of somebody at the first Walt Disney World Christmas party, and I'm just like, it's too early for this crap, man. It's just, I mean, it still feels like it's Halloween, and just crazy stuff. But so thanks for being here, guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for promoting the channel. Thank you for trading the comic books. That's going well. I was a little bit of afraid that people would be like wanting all the same books, and I just get all these requests for the same things. But it's been nice, slow going. Only 1 or 2 trades at a time, and there's a couple pending right now. I think Friar Tuck has one that's pending, and then let's see, Josh is actually on his second trade. My books are on the way back to him, and as soon as he found out that I had sent them, he sent me another list. So without even getting the first books back yet, but that's cool. So as soon as I get requests, I do take them off the list as fast as I can to keep things current, and so on and so forth. So good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Aaron, I'm going to go check out your email right now. And thanks, everybody. Just, it really means a lot. It really does. So have a great one, guys. See you tomorrow. New video.